Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal because I'm doing, finally, like I promised, a card concept. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more of these below. Obviously, you gotta watch this one first to see if you like this kind of stuff. But, oh, you could actually ignore this text up here. So, right now I have it's kind of odd timing. I made this concept a while ago because we've already had a lot of Tournament of Power stuff recently. I mean, we had Kefla, we had UI Goku, we had Goku and Vegeta, we had the Jiren, and it's not really a good time for this, but I've always wanted to see a Gohan and Piccolo card. I mean, if it does happen, which I really hope it does, it's a better chance that it'll become a LR, but I'm just doing it as just TUR for now because that's also just as likely probably because I feel like they probably won't want to spam LRs. I mean, they love spamming LRs, but unless this is a big celebration. So the name, it's a super physical type, and it's the wall that must be passed. I named it after episode 90, I think it is. That's the official name of it. Yeah. So I took that naming because it's supposed to be about Gohan's training, and this card is a Gohan and Piccolo card, which a lot of Gohan's training is with Piccolo. As you can see, there's the slash there. It's an exchange. Ignore these numbers. I just put them in. If you guys want to do calculations, then go ahead. I'm sure it'll be broken. This is at Rainbow Star, and you can ignore that text down there because I did not update that. You'll see the actual super attack stuff. So for the leader skill, I decided I wasn't really sure if I should put a Saviors or full power lead on here because Saviors is you know, that's a new one that Ultimate Gohan leads, and I feel like this card definitely would be on the category at least because it has Gohan saving Piccolo. It's from that. This is based around the scene where they're fighting the Universe 6 Namekian, so now Impirina, and you could tell, just you'll see as I go on that it's inspired by that. So I was considering putting Saviors as the lead, but full power might also fit. But I know definitely Bond of Master and Student would be a great one for their lead because look at them. I mean, they're like the face of Bond and Master and Student. So they're obviously 170 lead, key +3, nothing abnormal there. It's pretty much standard. So for Gohan's super attack, it'll be a super Kamehameha, which I don't know how that's any different from a regular Kamehameha, but they love using like random names. So super Kamehameha greatly raises defense, because that's a staple with Gohan cards, raising defense. It's just like Goku cards, causes immense damage, and then high chance of stunning. So it has two of those effects. It has the defense raise, and it has a chance to stun. Because in that fight, I mean, that's basically what Gohan did. He essentially stunned the Namekians to get them to, you know, not attack Piccolo, because that's preferable. So he jumped in and did that. And then next we have the passive skill, which I just named Reawakened Fighting Power, which I actually made this before the Legends thing, and they have a whole campaign now about Gohan, and they call it the Reawakening campaign. So I'm kind of an oracle, guys. But jokes aside, passive, get unconditional, key +3, attack and defense +120, pretty standard. Attack and defense +40% for all Universe Survival allies or Universe 7 allies. So I mean, the Universe 7 allies, this is really there only to include that Kaioken Goku, but in case, well, I mean, also there's the Monaka Beerus, but it's there because if you want to run Kaioken Goku, but you're mainly going to be using it for this part. Chance to crit. So he gets, every time he attacks, or I mean every time he's attacked, excuse me, he gets a 17% chance to crit. So it goes up to 58%. So he's going to be critting a lot, which is great for him. And this one is going to make it a little bit broken. Anytime there's a Goku card on the team, which a lot of his teams are going to have Goku on it, or at least not these ones, obviously those are the exceptions that happen all the time, but if there's a Goku card on this team, he launches an additional attack, and it has a high chance of becoming a super, so he may stack his defense again. I don't know if I made him too broken, but I definitely made him good. He's links, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Brainiacs, Experienced Fighters, Tournament of Power, Cold Judgment, and Kamehameha, pretty standard things. This will be the first time Ultimate Gohan actually has good links, because we know he doesn't really get those key links a lot. Looking at USTR Ultimate Gohan, and the big part about this card, obviously, he exchanges. Available after 4 turns, or if he's facing a Universe Survival Saga enemy or a Namekian enemy, which, I mean, the latter's not really going to happen a lot, you can go into your active skill. So that means you can keep this Gohan if you want. Or If you want to go into Piccolo, you obviously can. And then here's Piccolo. The arts, obviously these are just concept arts. These are from other games. But here's something for a concept of Piccolo's art. And then you got little Gohan in the background. And I know you can't really see behind the foil, but I did put a Tournament of Power background. I just had to put that diamond foil background because we know Dokkan loves that, and we don't. Super attack is going to be a special beam cannon. I mean, what else would it be? Greatly raises attack. So you can see here he changes from Gohan. So Gohan's going to be giving the defense raise, but instead Piccolo's going to be giving that attack raise, and it's a greatly raise, so it's pretty good. He acts kind of like Topo. He gives attack plus 30% for all allies whenever he does his super attack. So he's going to be nice as a support, and you'll see his passive is very different from Gohan. So he has Ki plus 3, attack plus 58% for all allies. The 58%, you know, because they love doing that with the Gohan and Goku cards, they put the 5'8", 5'9", whatever. So Piccolo's going to be doing that, so he is a support partially. But then he gives himself, this should really be in front, but he's going to give himself an unconditional attack plus 200 and defense plus 100. So his defense goes down a bit. He's going to be kind of like a glass cannon, but after you build him up enough with Gohan, he's going to be fine. But if you do decide to switch them right away in exchange, he's going to be a bit of a glass cannon because he's more attack focused. So he's going to get that attack buff from his support, also his key thing, and then he's going to get the attack buff here. And then also, he gets guaranteed crits. It's not like Gohan, where Gohan's going to get the 17% each time he's attacked, but for Piccolo, he gets guaranteed crits against any Universe Survival Saga category enemies. So if you're facing any of them, easy crits right there. Or if he's facing 2 or more enemies, which isn't going to be very common, but if you're in SBR, that would be cool. And I mean, you're not really going to want to use them in the World Tournament. Excuse me, I had a brain fart because World Tournament's pretty forgettable to me. But yeah, if you're in there, anything with more than 1 enemy, he's going to get those unconditional crits. He also, just like his other Dokkanfest card, he's going to foresee a super attack. And he also has a high chance to evade and counter super attacks. Because, you know, in that scene, that's basically what they're doing. They're countering a super attack. So I feel that's pretty fitting. And so his thing is going to be he evades and counters. He's going to be basically like the Super Saiyan 4. So this isn't going to be like he's going to evade everything, like he's not going to evade all normal attacks or whatever, but if he's supered, he does have that chance to evade and counter, so imagine Gogeta or the other Super Saiyan 4s. His links are pretty much the same as Gohan's, except Kamehameha's replaced because Piccolo doesn't do that, he gets prodigies instead. Categories for both of them, this is why I put Gohan up first, because that means he can get more categories. I mean, you could put Piccolo and he'd get, if you put Piccolo up, you'd essentially be removing a bunch, you'd be removing like half of these categories though, and all you'd be getting is Namekians, and it would be a nice buff for Namekians, but if you put Gohan in front, that means you're going to get way more categories, and this card's going to be a lot more versatile. I mean, even if you did put Piccolo in front, you'll still have a few useful categories. You have the 2 Tournament of Power ones, you Bond and Master Student, and then Full Power, and then of course Namekians, but still, I feel like it's better to put, you know, Gohan up there because he's got the better categories. I mean, you really want to have him on more categories. It's better than less, if you know what I mean. You know, I don't know why I said if you know what I mean. Of course you know what I mean. You could tell I'm not really used to doing this kind of video. I'm just trying to come up with stuff as I go. So sorry if I'm a little bit awkward trying to come up with a way to explain all this stuff, because I've never read out Dokkan, you know, the specifics of a Dokkan card before. I don't really know how to do this format. But next, on the banner, there's also going to be a non-Dokkanfest Master Roshi, Max Power. Also good timing because he was just announced for Fighters, and I didn't know that. I made this card, this concept I made like a few months ago. I've edited it for this video, so it was like a little bit more modern, but it was made, you know, we at least got a Gohan in Legends, but still. Anyways, tangent aside, his super attack, his leader skill is going to be Master and Student Bond, of course. He's going to do 120 lead, Ki plus 3. Maybe throw in an Earthlings lead there, but we don't really need that because you'll see why once I keep going on. Super attack, Max Power Kamehameha, greatly raises attack and causes supreme damage at the cost of 1% HP. He's going to be also a glass cannon, but way more so than Piccolo. And you can see from his passive, attack plus 100, defense plus 60. And then he also supports Earthlings and Master and Student bonds. So he's going to be giving Earthlings, they're going to get Ki +3, attack and defense +60, which is fair because Earthlings is such a shitty category. To be frank, you know, it's not really the best, so it could use that support. And then for Master and Student bond, he gives Ki +3, another Ki +3, and another attack +40. And reminder, these are both going to him too. So he's going to be getting that 100 boost, that 60 boost, and that 40 boost on his attack, plus 6 Ki. So he's going to super pretty much every time. He also performs an additional super attack when there's an Earthlings card on the team, meaning you get to stack more of that attack. He's a glass cannon. He's awesome with that. His active skill. I took notes from the Trunks and my active skill and also the other Tekaroshi card, the one where he does the Mafuba when he's against King Piccolo. Except this time it's an actual active skill instead of just like that one thing he does with his tech card. But anyways, raises attack by 628%. It's life force max power Kamehameha. Some really weird random name that they had for it, but it fits. You got raises attack by 625%. And then it causes serious damage to enemy. Within the turn activated, all attacks will become crits, and attack plus 50% for all allies, while he cuts his own defense in half. And after 3 turns, he's able to activate this. So he's really a glass cannon, not a grass cannon. You saw Orochi in the Tournament of Power. He basically was that. He had some cool moments, but then he just collapsed. He just basically gave up and then jumped out. So it fits with what he is. His links, Kamehameha, Courage, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, Experienced Fighters, Turtle School, and Over in a Flash. Feel like those are fair links. Categories, pretty obvious, Kamehameha, Master Student Bond, Full Power, Earthlings, Universe Survival Saga, and Reps of Universe 7. So these 2 cards, these are going to be the free-to-play cards because this whole thing is supposed to be a celebration concept, just like a minor celebration. And these 2 I don't really have passives for, because I wasn't really sure how to build free-to-play passives, but these 2 are easy area cards, and these 2 are brand new things that we don't have before. So one of them is Trio of Danger. So we already have Bergamo, and I know there's all the memes about him, but this is going to be like just 3 of them, Basil, Lavender, Bergamo, all of them together, an extreme tech type, and they're going to lead Siblings Bond and Universe Survival Saga, Ki +3, 99% for everything else. So they're actually a pretty good lead for a free-to-play card. You can actually use them for a free-to-play Universe Survival team, especially with all the new cards that already got added. Plus you got the Siblings Bond there, so they're a double lead. And then you have a Tien card with his multi-form card. I mean, if they ever do this, they're probably not going to name that because Dokkan doesn't like to give slack with the names. But if it does have this name, that means you could run it aside any other Tien cards, which is great. He's also an easy A area. He's a super int type, and he leads Earthlings for Ki +3, attack, HP, defense +120, which is why I didn't give that to Roshi, because these 2 would be together, so you could have that. And this is fair also because, again, Earthlings is a pretty small category, so him being a 120 lead, even as a free-to-play card, is pretty fair. But it's good because this means Earthlings gets a huge buff during the celebration. Obviously, more Universe Survival Saga cards. Master and Student Bond gets a huge buff because you're getting 2 brand new cards that lead it, plus supports. But yeah, I feel like this would be a nice celebration to have. I just really want a Gohan and Piccolo card in general, man. It would be so cool to have one of these. I'm a Gohan fan and a Piccolo fan, so I'm biased. But that scene in the Tournament of Power, that's one of my favorite episodes. Episodes 118 it was, where they eliminated Universe 6. So having a card based on that would be great, especially since we don't have a Tournament of Power card for Gohan, or at least an actual one. We have the AGL one, but he's pretty useless, obviously. So it would be good to have that, and obviously another Piccolo card too. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this celebration concept. There would probably be other easy A's that come along with it. Let me know what you think would happen with that. Maybe an awakening for that AGL Gohan that I mentioned, and then he could be ran alongside these cards. Yeah, I feel like this is I don't know how realistic it is, because I mean it's wishful thinking basically, but I could see Dokkan doing these cards eventually, like a Roshi card that's likely a Gohan and Piccolo card, probably a new Tien, please, for the love of God, and a Trio of Danger one would be nice too. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you would change anything, add anything, remove anything, let me know below. And let me know if you like these kinds of videos. I'll definitely do more of them in the future if you guys like it. But yeah, that's basically it. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you on whatever video is next. Goodbye.